What if I told you there is a tech company that has been crushing double-digit growth for years, has incredible moats, and 99% of investors have never heard of it? Meet Veeva Systems, the software company that quietly runs the entire pharmaceutical industry behind the scenes. Here's the thing about pharma companies. They are dealing with life and death products that take 10 to 15 years to develop and cost billions of dollars. Every clinical trial, every regulatory filing, every safety report has to be perfect. One mistake could mean lawsuits, failed drug approvals, or worse, people getting hurt. For decades, these companies were drowning in paperwork, using outdated systems that could not talk to each other. Imagine trying to manage $1 billion drug trial using Excel spreadsheets and email chains. That is literally what was happening. That is where Veeva comes in. They have built the operating system for the entire pharmaceutical industry. We are talking about software that manages everything from the moment a scientist has an idea for a new drug, through clinical trials with thousands of patients, all the way to getting FDA approval and launching the product. Their main platform, Veeva Vault, is like having a central nervous system for pharmaceutical companies. It connects clinical researchers in Boston with regulatory teams in Switzerland with manufacturing plants in India, all speaking the same digital language. But here's where it gets really interesting from an investment perspective. This is not just any software company. Veeva has built something economists call high switching costs. Once a pharma company commits to Veeva's platform for a clinical trial, they can't just switch to a competitor halfway through. We are talking about trials that run for 5 to 7 years, involving thousands of patients and regulatory agencies across multiple countries. The data, the workflows, the trained staff, everything becomes deeply integrated with Veeva Systems. This creates an incredible moat. Veeva does not just sell software, they become mission-critical infrastructure. Their customer retention rate is over 95%, and once you are in, you typically expand to use more of their products over time. Plus, the pharmaceutical industry is incredibly conservative. When you are dealing with products that could save or end lives, you do not experiment with unproven software vendors. Veeva has become the trusted standard, which makes it nearly impossible for competitors to break in. The growth runway is massive. The entire pharmaceutical industry is going through digital transformation right now, accelerated by COVID-19. Companies that were resistant to cloud-based systems suddenly realized they needed modern technology to work remotely and collaborate globally. Veeva is also expanding internationally and adding new product lines. They are moving beyond just clinical trials into commercial operations, helping pharma companies with sales, marketing, and regulatory compliance. While growth has moderated from peak levels as the company has matured, they are still delivering solid double-digit expansion in a massive addressable market. The numbers speak for themselves: consistent double-digit revenue growth, expanding profit margins, and a business model that generates predictable recurring revenue. While other tech stocks have been volatile, Veeva has quietly delivered consistent returns by solving real problems for an industry that desperately needed modernization. Sometimes, the best investments are the ones hiding in plain sight. While everyone is chasing the latest AI or crypto trend, Veeva is steadily building the digital backbone of an industry that is not going anywhere. Because as long as people get sick, pharmaceutical companies will need better software to develop cures. What do you think? Is Veeva Systems flying under your radar? Let me know in the comments, and do not forget to subscribe for more hidden gem stock analysis.